Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. I need to talk about this, okay? Because it's not just this, it's a matter of multiple things that we got to talk about, okay? The other day, guys, on Twitter, I got really annoyed, okay? Because if you guys watched my rant videos in the beginning of the year, guys, when I tell you that I do not rant for no reason, please believe me, okay? I really, in my life, when it comes to anything, I really hate seeing something really stupid, okay? I hate it. I hate it with the deepest passion, right? That's why I've really been on top of this inconsistent gameplay thing every single year, because it is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, okay? One of the stupidest things that I've seen recently, not recently, but this has just been a thing, is that EA never, for the entire part of FIFA 22, they have never adjusted the park the bus default tactic that everybody uses. Not them specifically going through their tactics and doing drop back or whatever. No. The game by default makes your players defend like crazy, okay? And it annoyed me because the other day, I was doing reviews and I was using the new gen version of the game, as I normally do, and I just got really annoyed. I'm like, dude, why is this still a thing? Like, we could, like, I don't know about I don't know if you guys did, right? But if you guys watched my earlier rant videos, that's like the first thing I complained about, is that the default thing in the new gen version of the game is park the bus, and that needed to be changed. So, this was, when did I tweet this? Because I got really annoyed, okay? I got really annoyed. It was, let's see. Here it is, right? So Elite Division for PS5 is some of the worst gaming experience I'll ever witness in my life. EA, you can read that out for yourself if you want, still leaving this absolutely disgusting park the bus meta in this game. How do people willingly play this garbage? This is what I said, okay? You guys know me, man. I'm a no filter guy, okay? The reason why I said this is because park the bus is never an okay thing to have for a video game. And if someone does park the bus and it is a thing in your video game, they should be heavily nerfed in multiple areas of the pitch, because at that point, you're like, I don't even know what game you guys are playing, okay? I don't know. Because if I were to play a football game and all I did was park the bus counter, I would lose my mind, because it makes the attacking plays linear, it makes the passing plays linear, right? Why do you think everybody uses 4-4-2s and for formations that have the width so that they could switch from one side to the other, switch from one side to the other, do the lateral heel to heel, and then do a finesse shot? Like, because of this meta. There's two things this year that, honestly, if they adjusted these two things, this can genuinely be one of the best FIFAs I've ever played. And it's so irritating that I'm saying this in March, okay? Because this should have been done in, like, the first 2 or 3 months of the game. Like, it's almost weird, right? Because we're in like March 15. It's almost as if they saw this and they're like, okay, now we'll do an adjustment. I know that that's not the case, because there's obviously a lot of coding that goes behind it, right? I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, right? But it just took so long, because I'm annoyed now, because if this patch ends up being good, man, the amount of players that I missed out on because I, as a regular consumer of the game, stopped playing it consistently, right? Because you guys know I do the player reviews, but that's one thing. Playing regular FIFA is a different thing, guys. We're talking about a guy being super into doing player picks, super into doing gameplay objectives, all that kind of stuff, right? On my main account, I have that same meta ratty team because it's there just in case I feel like doing a tactic video in the future, So it kind of sucks, because now they have Quaresma. I gotta get Quaresma. I still haven't done him because guys, listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. You guys know I love Quaresma, and out of my mouth, I'm telling you, I haven't done him on my main account yet. Because, guys, listen, I know that the old gen version of FIFA is better, but last year I understood, okay, we're just gonna play old gen, and then next year we're gonna play new gen because it's gonna be in the beginning of the year. I think, was it last year or was it 2 years ago, where it was like added like midway or whatever? So it's kind of like, okay, like my mind is already kind of set in this version of the game. So switching is kind of weird. Like, that's how I think personally. I understand people don't always think this way, right? But it just drove me crazy. It really did, okay? And it stressed me out. In real life, it stressed me out because I'm like, dude, like, for me to do content of this game, I gotta somewhat enjoy it. But like, I'm attacking, I'm beating like 3-4 different guys, and it's still their AI just saves their life, you know. So this, it's so funny how things, guys. Listen, I'm gonna explain something to you guys. It's like I was saying in the beginning, okay? I do not complain for no reason, okay? When something is really stupid and I see it, like the ball roll scoop. The ball roll scoop is idiotic, okay? When I see something stupid, I complain about it. You know when I didn't complain? FIFA 18 pre-patch. I just mentioned to them my message like, hey, there's this area that you have to fix, this area you have to fix, but at least your game is based off of attacking, you know? And that's like the skill is basically trying to outscore your opponent. And then they did a patch and screwed that up, but you know. But listen, let's look at this. Let's look at these patch notes. You guys know I'm very passionate. This is my job, and I want to be able to play it like a regular person, and it just annoys me that it took this long because I missed out on cards like Mateo Schnunch because I didn't want to play in this meta because they like it obviously looked like they were never going to change it, right? So the following, here's the thing that makes me think they did it once they saw that tweet, okay? The following live tuning gameplay change. Live tuning. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of your live tuning. If one of you guys give me a message, I would love it. I just calm my mind. Even lie to me if you have to, because live tuning will soon be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Stadia versions of FIFA 22. Increased the width of defensive lines in situations where the opposing side's ball carrier is at the edge of the penalty area or even closer to goal. That's already a huge plus, because you know what they do in this game? They do this, and they're so tight inside that 18-yard box, okay? So that's already good. I'm really mad about this because it took such a long time. You see something in like the first 2 weeks of the game. It just takes until March, man. Increase the separation between defenders when an AI defender shifts their position to cover a potential shooting lane. Increased the separation between defenders when an AI defender shifts their position to cover a potential shooting lane. Reduced how deep AI midfielders can drop into their own team's penalty area. If this patch rolls out, okay? If this patch rolls out and it is what you're saying in this patch is exactly what it's actually going to be in the game, this game will actually be fun to play. But it just took so long, man. It took so long because I was so invested in the next gen. I'm like, dude, like, I'm just gonna do content. It is what it is, you know. But guys, I have this. Listen to what I tell you guys. I have like a grinder mentality. You guys know, if you see the player reviews and you see how much I upload, I have a grinder mentality. So trust me when I tell you that it irritates me, right? That I don't have that thing in me to wanna play the game normally. I haven't wanted to play the game normally ever since I ranted about the park the bus default tactic in the beginning of the year. I already knew. If you saw my earlier tweets, I said the PS4 version of the game is actually not bad. But my mind, you have to understand, my mind is so invested in the new gen version of the game that like playing the old gen, it just like when I play it, I'm like, this is better, but I just, my mind can't do it. I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. Okay, I've tried it, and I like how more responsive it is, but you know, live tuning enables us to roll out some changes without requiring a full title update. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I need you guys to like, one of you guys to message me or something, okay? Because if this is a live tuning update, what is that? Like, I need to know like what that means. What did you do on your end for you to change that? I'm sorry that I'm coming across like really pissed right now because it took so long, guys. In December, it would have been great because my mentality is like this, right? Okay, you released your game, what was it, like September this year, October, I forget already, right? It was like September, I think. Cool. You know, you have your problems in the game. People who are experienced at FIFA, right, and aren't giving you BS are going to tell you like, hey, this part of the game sucks. And then you're going to say, why do you think it sucks? And I'm like, oh, because of this, right? Okay, cool. March. What is it? The middle of March. Listen, better late than never, don't get me wrong. But this habit needs to like, you know what I'm saying? It needs to stop, bro. It needs to stop. Because if this is a live tuning update, you give me the impression that you seen me get pissed that day. And then it's like, okay, now we got to do some. We'll just adjust. From me, listen, I know it's not like this, okay? But from my point of view, it's almost like you guys just added a slider and you just did this with your finger. That's what it looks like. Again, I'm sorry that I'm coming across pissed. It just took so long, man. Okay, it took forever. But I hope that it's good. I just really hate it because, like, I you know, missed out on cards that I would have 100% have gotten. And if this ends up being good, this could be one of the best FIFAs I've ever played. This was one of the main problems. And then the second main problem, because you guys do hot fixes. You guys know you do hot fixes. There's many problems in FIFA, but there's the hot fix problems that I really hate, okay? It's the park the bus default tactic, which it seems like you guys adjusted, so I'm applauding, but it was really late, okay? And then the second thing is the pressure tactics screwing up your entire team, okay? You use pressure tactics, every single player is marked. I've never seen, like, it's the word's not unauthentic. I don't know which word to tell you guys. Like, non-authentic way of playing football. Every single player is marked. The attacking AI does nothing when people are doing that, when they use these like pressure tactics. They do nothing. It's their solution to people wasting time. Okay? Like, if someone's in their half of the field, it's their solution to wasting time. Guys, I understand there's a lot of you guys that when you look at these types of games, right, you will say, oh, but we need this because it needs to do this. No, you can't counter something stupid with something stupid, okay? You just need to find the right solution. You need to make your second press a little bit better. You need to make your switching better, right? You need to make the balance of your defense, midfielders, and attackers to spread out the pitch properly so that you can actually have the skill of aggressive defending. And then aggressive defending needs to be rewarded. You know, if I actually go in front of the player and I time my tackle correctly, I should get the ball, right? But in this game, you aggressively make that challenge and the person still gets the ball back. And now your person that you aggressively pushed with is out of position. This type of stuff this is like the small stuff, right? But the main thing is the pressure tactic breaking the entire game. I have literally played games where I am dominating someone in the first 40 minutes, right? 3-0. And it's people say, oh, but it's a tactic change. No, it's because they've activated a tactic that has literally destroyed the way that my team is performing. Because the attacking AI no longer does anything properly, right? And they have every single player marked on the pitch constantly, okay? The pressure tactic is going to be less annoying with this park the bus, what it looks like being nerfed, okay? Which is fantastic. But that pressure tactic is the next one, okay? If it might not be the next one. Maybe this will help it out a lot. Don't get me wrong, it might help it out a lot, okay? But those are the two main things that was a huge problem, or is a huge problem with the game this year. So I'm looking forward to trying this out when it's released. So I'm gonna refrain from playing regular FIFA for a while still. Really annoyed that this came out super late, to be honest. But again, like everyone says it about everything in life, better late than never. So I'm excited in some ways. I'm just really annoyed. I am. It took way too long. And live tuning, it just seems like you guys did like a slider. I don't know. It just seems that way, you know? So guys, there's some of you guys are it's mostly from Twitter. And Twitter's like a different universe. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But you got to complain about the stupid stuff, guys, because if you don't, it just stays in the game forever. Nobody is going to complain about this. And if you do complain about it, you're a rat. You're a huge rat. Oh, but people, I hate these guys. These guys are the worst. Oh, but people in real life park the bus. Oh, these are the people, EA, that you just gotta go right on top of and just keep going forward, eh? You do what you gotta do and you keep moving forward. Because these same people that are like, oh, the realistic park the bus, these same people, right, are the ones that complained about FIFA 18 pre-patch games being too high scoring, okay? They're the same level. So you gotta be smart, EA, and you gotta go this and go forward, okay? Thank you guys for watching the video. You guys know that I'm the way that I am. I say what I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate the support you guys shown this year. It sucks, man, because it's like what? We're September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months. 7 months that I could have been playing regular FIFA. I could have, because you guys know me. I don't care. I would obviously have a full meta team, but I would have like 12 different squads. Liga NOS, like I didn't do like the Galeno SPC, nothing special, overpriced, but like, Liga NOS, Bonds I didn't like that much, but I would have got him too, because these guys are harder to use in Park the Bus, because when they're physical, Bonds, if you use them on old gen, it's whatever, right? But if you use them on new gen, these guys, if they can barely move and they don't have like the craziest attacking AI, it's so annoying to play against these guys with that Park the Bus, So that's a card. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a change, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, when it comes out, it says what you guys say here, and I can actually use tactics differently, and I don't have to use direct passing for every single tactic because the players do not open themselves up properly. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I really hope that you guys fix this issue, because the Park the Bus thing, you have to eliminate it. Now and in the future. I never want to see Park the Bus meta ever again, okay? Park the Bus and doing one through pass to score a goal. No. Break down. The skill needs to be in tactics, formation, quickness in the person's mind. That's the inconsistent gameplay. That's a whole different thing. But the Park the Bus thing, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, dudes.